it's nice having you around with us for this edition of Voices of Africa at Chatnite Africa. You are about to watch foot soldiers of change. The change troopers Danielle Munang, aged 13 and Cameroonian, and Stacey Frew, aged 14 of South African nationality, are teens with the heart of a lion. Change, they believe, starts with you, where you are, doing what you can, and with what you have. But what inspires these two teens to take action instead of sit around and complain? By the way, what action are we talking about? You are about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, join me now in welcoming Danielle Munang to the platform. Hello, Danielle. How are you today?
Hi, Mr. Chamukong. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on the show.
Beautiful. We'll have a great show today. Thank you, Danielle. And Danielle Danielle is connecting live from the beautiful city of Nairobi in Kenya. Hello, Danielle. Good to see you today at Chatnite Africa, Voices of Africa at Chatnite Africa. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Oh, you look beautiful there.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Now, Danielle, my first question to you, this is going to be a nice little conversation like between you and your dad. You, Danielle, stubbornly think that the waste lying around are actually economic opportunity. How so? What's the proof you have to demonstrate this, Danielle?
The proof is in society. For the past year, I have been turning fabrics into bags through innovative volunteerism, and through that, even if you're using waste on the street, you can still find a way to make change to your society in a positive way while putting money in your pocket.
That is lovely. And ladies and gentlemen, you are watching this genius, this 13 years old. You're 13 years old, right?
Yes, I'm 13.
Beautiful. Danielle is connecting from Nairobi in Kenya. You mentioned something, innovative volunteerism. Please tell us what it is.
Innovative volunteerism is a what? Innovative volunteerism is a mindset tool which anybody and everybody can and should use. It is a way to turn your passions into profits by no matter what you're doing, whether it's solar dryers or making reusable bags. If you have a passion for something, you do the passion and solve a communal problem while saving the environment and putting money in your pocket.
You're a dynamite girl.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can already imagine, you are in for an exhilarating time at Chatnite Africa, on Voices of Africa at Chatnite Africa. My name is Divine Chamukong. After Danielle, who is connecting from Nairobi, Kenya, we will bring the South African Stacey Frew. Danielle, I mean, your passion is amazing. What motivates you to think of alternatives to using plastic bags? Why shouldn't people use their plastic bags? They go to the market. Why shouldn't they use it? What motivates you? Yes,
There
go
are
ahead.
many reasons why people shouldn't use plastic bags, but I'll just touch on a few. The first one is that, to be honest, they're not that efficient. They can break along the way, and it's not a good look. The main thing is the environment. When using a single-use plastic bag, like I said, it's single-use. Unlike reusable bag, which I'm making, single-use bags aren't good for the environment because after you use it, it goes into our landfills and then into our oceans, which harms our marine biodiversity. So that's why you shouldn't use plastic bags. An alternative to this, because we're not only talking about problems, we're talking about solutions, is reusable tote bags, which I am making out of Ankara biodegradable fabric.
You really scare me. It's amazing. Your thinking is amazing. By the way, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Beautiful, because when you're doing live shows, anything can happen. What's striking about you, Danielle, is at age 14, you are not sitting around to complain like many people tend to do, even adults. You are busy looking at the environment, trying to look at the challenges, to not complain, but to bring up solutions. This is amazing.
Thank you very much.
Daniel, are you trying to talk to African youths that what is the message by trying to look for waste material and turn them into solutions, into economic activity? What is the message you are trying to give African youths or Africans generally?
The message I'm trying to give out is that innovative volunteerism for everybody and anybody, and that we can turn challenges into opportunities, and especially for the youth, because although we do have school, we can find time for everything. And through that, whether you're doing bags or solar dryers or even turning plastic on the streets into nice shoes, whatever you're doing, find a problem and a societal or communal or even environmental problem and turn that challenge into an opportunity for growth. And while you're doing that, money may even come into the picture.
Oh boy, you listen. I think I have to visit you in Kenya, where you are connecting live now, to teach me some of these things. And this is the thing that many people ought to ingrain, kind of put deep into their mindsets, because it's about changing mindsets. Danielle, the reason why I decided to bring you on this program is because when I sit in the United States, we find I receive letters, and lots of people who are overseas, they're receiving letters from relatives. They want to start a business. They are frustrated. They graduated from school, and there's nothing they can do. Tilda Kumichi is already saying that you are simply a genius. Listen, we've just only begun. Danielle, to do this, what skills are required? What skills did you have to acquire to be able to do what you're doing?
Since the realm I'm doing is fashion design and sewing, obviously I needed to know how to sew, but I, not the technical skills were the most important. The technical skills were not the most important because the technical skills you can learn from a book or from school, but the skills I really needed were selflessness, self resilience, and determination. Most importantly, out of all the virtues I've mentioned, patience and selflessness is very important because it's the greater picture we're supposed to be looking at, which is the environmental problem and how to fix it. So with all those virtues I mentioned, those in my opinion are more important than the technical skills I needed to start making reusable tote bags.
Daniel, you don't seem to agree with the many people out there that when you need to start an economic activity, money is what you need first. What makes you think so?
You're right. I don't agree with it because I think that's because money isn't necessarily a factor in all of this because in order to start something, you don't necessarily need money. People always complain, I don't have money to start this business. I don't have money to start that business. But all you need is yourself and passion. Passion is what drives everybody and anybody. If passion drives you, even if you have $1 or $1 million, you will find a way to solve the problem sustainably. That's why I think that the main thing you need is passion.
Danielle Afumbom Munang, you are only 13 years old and you've already found your passion. That touches me, that hits me in the face like a ton of bricks. And you are touching lives, which is more important because all the school work, all the education without touching lives, it's wasted. That's extraordinary. How do you do this in combination with your schoolwork? It must be challenging.
It's all about balance. So, school is only 5 out of 7 days of the week. And what I found is a way to dedicate my weekend to just innovative volunteerism and expanding my skill within the fashion design realm. Some people say that I don't have time for this, I have homework and stuff, but they're the same people who are going out to Mandarin restaurants with their friends, same people going out to the mall with their friends. There's 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week, so I'm sure no matter what your passion is, if you find time for it, you can manage your schoolwork and manage your passion.
This is Chatnite Africa, and you are watching this Genius live from Nairobi, Kenya. What do you tell the young people who think that without money you can't do anything?
I tell them that they're incorrect. Because the thing is that money isn't everything in a business or your passion. What you're doing should be your passion, because if it isn't your passion, you're just going to get bored of it. Whether it's making you more money and it's not your passion, eventually you're going to get bored of it and then complain. But if you're doing your passion, yes, it may get hard at times. However, while doing your passion and developing resilience and selflessness, you too can do this, and money is not a factor, especially sustainable solution. Most of the things you can just see on the streets and learn how to do yourself. And you always need to develop resilience and self-confidence, because some people aren't confident in themselves to do what they love. So I say that turn those challenges you complain about into opportunities for self and communal growth.
Lord have mercy. you just, you know what? When I listen to you, if I were to go to a dictionary to look for adjectives to describe how brilliant you are, I'll have a hard time getting the right adjectives. You just blow my mind and lots of people watching, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm going to have to ask you a last question, after which I'm going to ask your father to come in to take the seat, because I have to understand how all this came about. Tell me, Danielle, if you had to give a last message, something which people nuggets, which some people shouldn't forget, what would be that last message?
Thank you. My last message for the viewers would be that innovative volunteerism for everyone and everyone. So by turning challenges into opportunities, along with that, challenges into opportunities, by turning them into opportunities, I believe that you can do what you're passionate about while addressing a communal, societal, and or environmental problem. That's what I would say to the viewers.
And that is Danielle, 13 years old, Danielle Munang.
Thank you again for having me on this show, Mr. Chamukong.
I am so grateful to have you. I can't thank you enough. You will be coming back again. And the reason why I think you should come back again on Chatnite Africa is because have you ever tested honey?
Yes, I put it in my tea.
All right. The reason is, you see, Danielle, when you dip your finger into a jar of honey, you can't do it only once. You want to go back the second time and the third time, and so on and so on. That's why your participation just strikes me like a lightning storm. That's why I'm inviting you back again. If I ask you to come, will you come?
Of course. It's an honor to be on this show for the first time, and I'd be more than willing to come on here for a second time.
This is brilliant. Danielle Munang.
Thank you.
Voices of Africa at Chatnite. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, welcome Danielle Munang.
Hello, Mr. Chamukong, once again.
Thank you, Danielle, for coming back on the platform. You see, when people come on the platform to talk, they can do this, they can do that. People want to see the proof. Because like they say in Africa, there's an African proverb that the taste of the pudding is in the mouth. You see, if somebody says food is good, you've got to feel it in your mouth. You talked about turning waste into economic opportunity. Do you have anything you've done to demonstrate that, to prove that?
Yes, I do actually. So here is a large size reusable tote bag. It's very big, so it can fit all your needs, and I made it, and it's made out of biodegradable cotton, which saves the environment.
That is beautiful. Is there any other thing that you have produced that you like to show us? You have a blank check. Any other thing?
Most of my things are abroad. However, I have been continuing my passion over the summer break in Nairobi, Kenya. So for now, these are the things I have. However, I do have more things abroad that I can show you.
By the way, don't worry. This is not the last time you come into Chatnite, so that's okay. Now, let me ask you one or two questions before you go. You won a citizenship award in your school. What did you do to merit that award? What was it that you did?
So what I did was a variety of things, but let's just cut it down to two things, or let's say three. So the first thing I did was manage my school grades with my side activities such as sewing bags. This also came with having the highest marks in the school. However, not only with grades, I also got a lot of help through leading lots of clubs and schools such as Model UN and Debate Team. Those are some of the things I led, and also the Eco Club at my school. So through fostering leadership within the school community and having a side project such as sewing reusable bags and advocating for environmental change. That's what helped me lead the award, along with managing my schoolwork and having high grades along with these projects. That's how they nominated me, along with many other like-minded individuals. And how I won, I do think, is because of innovative volunteerism and my climate advocacy, as well as my side bag making.
Thank you so much for coming on to show us what you do concretely, how you can turn waste into economic opportunity. I hope that the youths of Africa and the rest of the world, by the way, have been watching this. This broadcast will be uploaded to YouTube shortly after we are off the air. Chatnite Africa, you are watching. My name is Divine Chamukong. I'm anchoring this broadcast from Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. This is the father of the brilliant young woman who just left the stage, Dr. Richard Munang. Boy, do you realize you have a gifted daughter?
Thank you very much, Divine, for having me. And I watched the discussion with you and Danielle. I mean, it was quite very, very exciting. Yes, indeed, every human being is amazing, to be very honest. It's just to ensure that at least you give the needed confidence to him or her, regardless of the age, and you will see them performing magic.
This girl, 13 years old, Richard, what touches me is the tendency is for people to sit around and complain. They don't have this. They don't have this. If they had this, mountains will move. If they had this, the skies will come down. She's not thinking the same way. What is it that engineers, that powers her up so passionately?
Very simple. Self-belief. And how does that self-belief come about? You tell the individual, whether it is a young one or an old one, that you can do it, and give him or her the tools to do it. And what were the tools? Reading, reading, reading. At the age of 4, we encouraged her to read. We taught her how to read. We told her school was not just the 4 walls of the classroom. We guided her. And till today, that process has continued. And so the main point is, if you make an individual to self-believe, regardless of the odds, that individual will try on in anything that he or she touches.
Dr. Richard Munang, do you have a last word before I bring on Stacey Fru from Johannesburg, South Africa?
Yes, and that last word is that each and every one of us have a responsibility, and that responsibility starts from our homes, where we nurture our kids to know that at least they need to find their passion, because one of the biggest issue is that people don't know their gifts. Each and every one of us have got a gift, and when you discover the gift in a child and start to nurture that gift, there is absolutely no way that a child will not be a performer. And so discovering that gift, if it's singing, nurture the singing. If it's talking, nurture the talking. If it is passion in anything, you take the responsibility to make sure that you power that child with the needed ingredient. And this ingredient I'm talking about is passion. And he or she will definitely try on. So that's the way we have done it. And that's the way I believe that each and every parent can be able to do to their children.
Thank you, Dr. Richard Munang, father of the 13-year-old trailblazer, trooper of change, Danielle Munang.
Thank you, Nick.
And that's how we wrap up this week's edition of Chatnite Africa. Thank you all for watching. Please share the broadcast. I will see you again soon on this platform for yet another exhilarating time. Thank you all for watching. and goodbye.